Welcome to the Nutley Cisco Academy. Today we will be discussing router interconnected networks.
How do routers interconnect computer networks? Routers interconnect computer networks by using the Internet Protocol, and they have to be between computer networks in order to operate at a high speed. Computer networks cannot function or process data without routers.
Choosing the right path. When a PC or an interface tries to send data through another IP, then the router searches the routing table for a match. Then the routing table has uh, all the devices connected to that has an IP on it, and routers that are enabled and doing the router rip has that router table. And the and if the destination IP address match the subnet of a connected interface and a locally connected interface, then it will forward it to that IP on the same local subnet. And if it doesn't, then it would go to it would check remote network, and if it is, then it will go to the next hop and try to go to another network. And if it doesn't, then it'll try to look for a gateway of last resort, which you enable, and it'll try to find that router. And if it does exist, it will go to that router and find the destination IP. But if it's not there, then it'll either trash it or send it to the internet.
How do routers choose the right path? The best path is selected by a routing protocol based on the value or metric it uses to determine the distance to reach a network. A metric is the quantitative value used to measure the distance given to a network, and the best path is on a network is the one with the lowest metric.
Static and dynamic routing protocols. Static routing protocols are manually created. These are the type of routing protocols we create in our packet tracer. They don't change once entered because you have to enter them manually. The IP you put in will not change over time or anything like that. It is the simplest form of routing, as it's just you put in an IP and you're finished. The pros for this is that it's very easy to implement because you're just putting in one IP. It's very secure. And because you were the one that put in where it was going, it's very predictable. The con is that if anything fails in it, like one of the routes go down, it has to be repaired manually. And the complexity of the routing protocol increases as the size of the network increases. So if you have like 10, 15 routers, it's going to become a huge jumbled mess quickly. Dynamic routing is software created. It finds the best route, and once it finds the best route for a router, it will advertise this route to other routers, pretty much going, hey, this is the best way to get to this router. It can adapt to equipment failures on the fly, unlike static routing, which you have to repair manually. It's independent of network size. Unlike static routing, it doesn't get harder to implement or harder to configure with the greater network size, as it says, suitable in all sizes, and it auto adapts to any network failures. So if one route goes down, it will automatically find the next best route. It's harder to implement than static routing, but it's easier if the static routing is like 10, 15 routers. It is less secure than static routing because of the way it advertises to other routers, and it requires additional resources because it takes processing power in order to do all these sorts of activities.
Questions regarding routers interconnecting networks. My first question, why do computer networks need routers? My second question, can a computer network function without routers? My third question, how do routers find the best path? My fourth question, what type of routing protocols have we created? And my fifth question, what is a metric?
Okay, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe and share.